로하 안녕. 로하 오늘은 스탠리 패러블 할 겁니다. 좋아 로하 이라샤이. 안녕. 거인. 이제 스탠리 패러블 하겠습니다. 잠깐만. 로하 오늘은 루시 있는 부분이 조금 까만색으로 비어있는데 이게 뭐지? 이게 해상도가 안 맞더라고? 화면이랑 해상도가 안 맞아서 그냥 게임은 옆에 띄워두고 루시 따로 띄워놨어요. 좋아. 로하 좋아. 썸네일은 뭔가요? 굉장히 평평하네요. 그림이니까 당연히 평평하지 않을까? 무슨
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it sore, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly
평생 이랬겠다.
and Stanley
평생 이랬겠다. 평생. 한 일주일만 저기서
And then
일해도
one day, something very
미칠 것
peculiar
같아.
happened. Something that would
한
forever change
지능 한
Stanley.
30%씩
Something he
하루마다
would
없어질
never
것
quite
같아.
forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one
하나의 지시도
single
내려오지
order
않았습니다.
had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
잠깐만. 깨는 소리 조금만 줄입시다. 뭐야 문
Stanley
닫았어?
simply couldn't handle the pressure.
왜
If he had to make a decision,
게임 클릭했더니
whatever
문
crucial
닫아버렸어.
outcome fell under his responsibility. He had never been trained for
열어
that.
다시.
No.
아닌가?
This couldn't go
안 열려.
anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
응?
In here I can be happy forever.
여기서라면 난 행복할 수 있다니. 무슨 소리야? 여기 화장실도 없는데.
Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure
와
beyond
엔딩
any
봤다.
doubt was that if he waited long enough, the answers would
와
come.
기다리기만 해. 완전
Eventually, someday,
수동적이야.
they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told
와
what to
루바히
do.
루바.
Now it's just a little bit
이제
closer.
누가 온다고? 거짓말.
No, it's even
아무도 안 올 것
closer.
같은데.
Here it comes.
엔딩 봤다. 와 오늘 방송 고생했어. 알겠어 나볼게.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
어떻게 된
mean?
일일까요?
Stanley decided to go
아유,
to the meeting
박자
room.
하나도 안
Perhaps
보여.
he had simply missed a memo.
회의실? 회의실로 가기로 했대. 회의실이 어딘데? 문 하나도 안 열렸는데.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
왼쪽 문으로 들어갔습니다. 문 다 잠겨 있어.
Yet there
회의실이다.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
화장실.
boss's
믿을
office,
수가 없었던
hoping he might find
스탠리는
an answer
화장실로
there.
가기로 결정했습니다. 문 열린다.
Stanley stepped into the broom
청소
closet,
도구함.
but there was nothing here, so he turned around and
뒤돌아서
got
다시
back on track.
돌아왔죠. 나한테 명령하지 마. 여기서는 문 닫아도
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom
여기에 머무를
closet.
이유는
No
없어요.
reason to still be here.
싫은데?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be
바뀌나
justified
보네,
in some
계속.
way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet
내가 하는 거에 바뀌나 봐, 자막이.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
올라가.
upstairs to
내려갔네?
his boss's office.
무서워. 뭔가 무서워. 무서우니까 올라가자. 역시 어둡고 빨간 거 싫어해. 화장실. 여기엔 좀, 완전, 여기 지금 사장실이라고 이렇게 꾸며놓은 거야? 이거 완전 갑질 아닙니까?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
안 들리겠구나. 이 캐릭터한테는 안 들리지 참. 나한테는 들려도. 이거 열린 거야? 야, 이거 돈 많이 들었겠다. 루하, 어서와. 어두워. 이거 외국에만 있는 무서운 엘리베이터다. 나 저런 뭔가 뚫려있는 엘리베이터 되게 싫어요. 무서워서. 막 바닥 보이는 유리 엘리베이터 같은 거 있잖아. 나 그런 거 진짜 싫어요. 무서워서.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free
직업의
to
본질에
think
대해
for himself,
질문하게
to
됩니다.
question the nature of his job.
혹시 고소공포증? 맞아, 살짝 있는 것 같아.
It had never occurred to him. This question would not go
이 질문에 대한
unanswered for long.
오래가지 않았습니다. 고양이 밤눈이 밝다던데 어때요? 루시는 야맹증입니다. 그래서 거짓말이고 어두운 걸 싫어해서.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
루시 이 게임에 대해 얼마나 알고 있어? 글쎄 그렇게 처음 해봐. 이거 아까 낮에 잠깐 테스트 해보느냐고 12분 한 게 달아서. 그 정신지배 기관이래. 헐. 아이디어 버튼이다.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
불빛이
What
들어왔습니다.
horrible secret did this
어떤
place hold?
끔찍한 비밀이 이 장소에
Stanley thought to
간직되어
himself.
있을까?
Did he have the strength to find out?
루시를 정신지배에서 본인이 강아지인 줄 알게 만들자. 텔레비전이야, 언니? CCTV 버튼. 뭐지?
Now the monsters jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the
직원들의
building,
번호.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so
감시하고
many
있었나 봐.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
우리도 항상 일거수일투족을 감시당하고 있잖아. 어디 가든 CCTV 있는데 뭐가 다른 거지? 오! 출구?
This mind control facility. It was too
정신지배
horrible to
기관.
believe
이것은
it
너무
couldn't be
끔찍해서
true.
믿을 수가
Had
없었습니다.
Stanley really been
근데
under
감시하는
someone's
거랑
control all this
정신지배랑
time?
뭐가 다르지?
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it
아,
blindly?
얘가 엄청 좋아했던 이유가 정신지배 당해서
No.
했던
He
거였나?
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone
누군가에게
else's
조종당하고
control.
있었다고?
Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
그래?
But here was the proof. The heart of the
소리
operation.
중심부.
Controls labeled with
헐,
emotions.
진짜 제어하고 있었나
Or
봐.
sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power
버튼 다
over
눌러.
another human life. For
어떻게
he
해?
would dismantle the controls once
양치를
and
완전히
for
해제할
all.
곳이니까요. 너 이과니? 스탠리 이과니? 루시 문과라서 이런 거 잘 모르는데. 버튼이다. 에? 그래? 아, 4번 누르라는 건가? 너무 많이 눌러버렸는데? 저 문이 있긴 한데? 아닌가? 마인드 컨트롤.
And when at last he found the source of the
전력장.
room's power, he knew it was his duty.
오픈! 에? 에?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
이렇게 철학적이야. 말도 안 듣고 꺼버렸다. 그렇지만 말이 너무 길었는걸?
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments
재료가
away.
얼마 남지
And
않았습니다.
yet, even as the immense
아, 이거
door
문이야?
slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
맞아, 얘
How had he
친구들은
been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he
이것도
had
다
been
짜여지는 건
seeking,
어떡해.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
오,
Whatever life he lives, it
자연이다.
will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing. worth
MMORPG
knowing.
필드 같이 생겼어.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
걸어 나갑니다. 안 걸어 나가면 어떻게 돼? 완전 예쁘다. 이번에는 아무것도 뭐라고 안 하네. 돌려보내줘. 이번엔 아무것도 안 하네. 알겠어. 갑니다.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
얘가
The feeling
지금
of
천천히 걸어가고
liberation.
있어.
The immense possibility of the new
걸어가서
path
습관이를
before
하면
him.
된다고?
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley
와, 진 엔딩. 스테리는 행복했대. 엔딩 봤다. 엔딩 엔딩 봤다, 엔딩. 베이스 더 게임, 도전과제 달성. 아, 이거 수많은 엔딩 중에 2개라고? 하긴 근데 문 닫아서 엔딩 봤으면은 엔딩 진짜 많은 것 같아.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant
원한
memory.
기억이 됐어요.
What did it
어떻게
look like?
생겼었지?
There was a computer,
이거 자막
perhaps,
바뀐 것
and a
같은데?
painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
방송 시작 16분 만에 엔딩 2개 봤다.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
아까
doors,
왼쪽으로
he entered
갔으니까
the door on his
오른쪽으로.
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
사원휴게실이 어디지? 오,
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the
완전
detour
잘해놨다.
after all,
직원
just to
복지
spend a few
완전
moments
쩐다.
here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here,
가만히
drinking it
서서
all in.
응했습니다. 싫어.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
문 여러 개 있었나? 왼쪽에 있는 첫 번째 문으로 들어갔대. 아, 이거? 여기 어딘데? 안 갈래.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't
스탠리는
5 years
지시를
ago.
잘 따르지 못했습니다. 설계도? 문 스스로 닫히는 건 너무 무섭다. 카드 필요한데?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone
혼자서 모든 결정은 내리지 말아줘.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
그녀? 그녀는 누구야?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
그녀?
To put
그녀가
your work
누구니?
aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
그녀는 쭉 기다렸어요. 그녀가 누구야?
That's her, Stanley. You
깜짝이야.
need to be the one to
그녀예요,
do
스탠리.
this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then
전화를 받으세요.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the
5분에서 빵을 꺼내고 있다고? 여기 회사 아니야? 나 못
there we
움직여.
go. All right, now I want you to come in and tell me all about
Your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
이거 공포 게임이야? 깜짝이야. 무서워. 이거 공포 게임이야? 깜짝이야.
This is a very sad story about the death of a
스톤이라는
man
이름을
named
가진
Stanley.
남자의 죽음? 아, 진짜? 당신의 키보드에서 7을 누르세요. 6번 5번 4번 3번 2번 1번 8번 1번 2번 3번 4번 5번 6번 8번 9번 이건 뭐라고 하네? 알겠어. 7번
Stanley is quite a
눌러줄게.
boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a
그의 삶이
reminder of
얼마나
the
하찮은지
inconsequential
환기시킬
nature of his
뿐이었죠.
existence.
K를 누르세요. R 안 누를래. 안 누르면 여기서 살아야 되나? 내 안에도 있는데 여기서 살지 뭐. 진행이 안 되네. K.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing
아니
the
안
buttons.
누르면 진행이
Now
안
he's
되는데
eating
자꾸
lunch.
누르라 그래.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
그럼
One might
다시
even feel
작업으로
sorry for
돌아오네.
him, except that he's chosen this life.
C.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on
그는
fantastic
굉장한 모험을
adventures.
떠나시죠.
From behind his
그러니까 이것 좀
desk,
치워봐봐.
Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
굉장한 선물
Fantastic
찾기 위한
discoveries
거친
of new
여정을
lands.
꿈꿨죠.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
TV가 어딨어? 아, 이건가?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his
여기서
co-workers,
이런
his boss,
안에 있고 막
everyone
그런
in the
데서
building had
버튼
suddenly
누를
vanished
때마다
off the face of the
자,
earth.
내
The
회사
thought
사무실처럼
excited
바뀌어.
him terribly.
하나 할래. 아이들과 시간을 보내시려면 이를 누르세요. 누르면 또 없어질 거 아니야. 시계 소리 완전 좋다. 이 소리 좋아. 아내가 대머리야? 대머리일 수도 있지 뭐. 가발 쓰면 돼, 괜찮아. 눌러야 돼? 근데
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors
그게
and
열린
that he
문
could
앞에
go through
도착한 자신의
either.
상상이지.
At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
아,
The
지금
mere
내가
thought
한 거
that his decisions would mean something
읊어주는
was
건가?
almost too wonderful to behold.
저녁.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind
한쪽 길을 내려오면
controls.
여러 방향으로
Down
나아가는
another was a
노란색
yellow
수건이.
line that weaved in many directions.
아기가 있는
And down
게임이
another was a
있었던
game
곳.
with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would
절대
never
끝나지
end,
않길
that he
바랬으며
might
늘
always
이만큼
feel
자유롭길
this
바랬다.
free.
얘가 그
Surely
일하면서
there's an answer
상상하는
down
거야.
some new
그냥 이
path,
모든
mustn't
게.
there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
한 번만 더. 사랑해.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more
그냥
invested
여기서
he gets.
있어가지고 얘가
The more he
미쳐버렸나 봐.
forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in
그냥
this world he
관찰자에
can
지나지
never be
않는다는
anything
거예요?
but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me.
멈추지 않을
He won't
거예요.
stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button,
버튼
do
누르라고
not
하면 누르지
do
마세요.
it.
누를래요.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he
오,
remains
잘하는데
here,
한 표
he's electing
던지는
to
거예요.
kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
날 돌아보라고?
I suppose I can't.
Oh.
Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules.
나레이션 착한
I simply
애인가?
play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
그에게
I'll
전달하는 걸
try
한번
once
더
more to convey all
시도해보겠어요.
this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe
그래?
this time. And I tried
어,
again,
죽으래.
and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
무서워. 엔딩 봤다. 뭐야? 공포 게임인가? 나 말 안 들어 죽었나 봐.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
회의실로 가기로
memo.
했어. 어디 문 열려 있는데? 아닌가?
When Stanley came to a set of two open
그러면
doors,
왼쪽으로
he entered the
가서
door
그
on his
계단에서
left.
내려가자.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
아니,
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm
더
not
이상
going to say
당신을 격려하지
anything at
않을
all.
거예요.
I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
화났다.
Please take your time.
천천히 볼일 보세요. 너가 이기나 내가 이기나 해보자. 언젠가는 나한테 애원해주지 않을까? 루시는 말 안 돼요. 실적. 아닌가? 알겠어.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
계단에 올라갔습니다. 내려가야지. 무서웠네.
But Stanley just couldn't
내
do
말
it.
스토리는 할
He
수
considered the
없었습니다.
possibility of facing his boss,
업무 시간 중에
admitting he
자기가
had
있는
left his
사실
post
때문에
during work
해고당할까
hours. He might be
걱정되었거든요.
fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was
빙글빙글
crazy.
도는데 그냥?
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my
빙글빙글
coworkers
돌아.
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other
다른
strange
일곱들도 이상하게
observations. For
보였습니다.
example, why couldn't he see his feet
아.
when he looked down? Why did
그러게, 왜
doors
발이 안
close
보일까?
automatically behind him wherever he went?
뭐
And
저기
for that
자동으로
matter, these
닫힐까?
rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to
너
himself.
무서워,
This is
근데.
all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
무서워.
I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt
뭐라고?
to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't
뒤돌아
actually
왔네.
gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
문이 안
He wasn't
열리네.
crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
떠올라.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's
잠은?
head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
말-
dictating everything that I'm
뭔가
doing and
깨닫기
thinking?
시작했어. 뭔가 깨닫기
Now the voice
시작했어.
was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice
난
describing
지금
me,
목소리가 내 생각을
thinking about
묘사하고
how
있는
it's
것에 대해
describing
생각하고
my
있는 나에
thoughts.
대해 묘사를 하고 있는 목소리에 대한
And while
꿈을
he
꾸고
thought it all
있어.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
쓰고?
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to
왜
take
잠들어 있다면
responsibility for
스스로
it?
책임을 지지 않아도
Stanley
된다고
is as
믿으면서
awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
뭘 하는지
Now, hearing the
모르겠어.
voice
너무
speak these words was
철학적이야.
quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain
사실은
beyond a doubt
꿈이라는 건
that this
알죠.
was in
방금은
fact a dream.
현실이라면.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in
내가
control.
증명해낼
That
거라고.
this was a dream.
근데 완전 근데
So he
점점
closed his
가면
eyes
갈수록
gently.
감정이
And he invited himself
농감난다.
to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh
미쳤나
air
봐.
of a world outside this one.
미쳤나봐 얘.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I
이
wish
꿈을
it to be over.
끝내고요.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the
이거야말로
buttons. Please,
마인드 컨트롤
it's all
아니야?
I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
그렇게
Everything will be
평범한
fine.
거에 안에 대머리야.
I am okay.
맞아, 내 대머리 안에를 돌려줘. 그대로다.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must speak. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
뭐야, 무서워.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got
야,
dressed,
공포게임이야?
gathered her belongings,
몰라.
and
아니,
walked to her
헐.
place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town
죽었어.
talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she
루시가
considered
죽였어?
the strange man.
그래?
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
미쳤나봐.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
아, 공포게임 아니야? 근데 왜 이렇게
She thought to
무서워?
herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is
정신통제.
real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this,
뭐지?
and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then
와,
she
이
remembered the
여자애도
meeting she
좀
had scheduled for
사이코다.
that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment
그냥
that she
바라보고
stood there,
간 거야?
staring
사람이
down
죽어
at the
있는데?
body. And then she turned and ran.
무서워. 뭐야?
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need.
다시
If I
시작이야
can make
또?
it through this door, I can make it through them all.
이거 오른쪽은
When Stan came to a set of two
나
open
왼쪽은
doors,
뭔가
he entered
위험해.
this was not the
오른쪽으로
correct way
가자.
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
자원휴게실.
Yes, this room. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
아까
first
봤지롱
open door on
조용히
his
친구.
left.
아까 그냥 갔으니까 이번엔
And so he
맞게 들어가자.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
이건 뭐야? 이런 게 있으면 내려가 주는 게 인지상정.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander
다른 길로 더
about and
벗어나고
get even
싶었어.
further off
이제
track.
다시 돌아가기
So now in order to
위해서는
get back, he needed to go
귀여워.
from here it's left.
라이트. 문 열어. 왼쪽 가기 싫어.
Oh no, no, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
야, 너 그렇게 해서 월급 받겠어?
Left, down, right, left, down.
와, 힘들겠다,
right.
근데.
Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
그렇구나. 또 내려가야 돼.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
이미 봤는데?
Okay. We just
우리
have to
봤어.
get to,
아까 봤어, 친구. 괜찮아.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this
그냥 다시
nonsense, we'll
시작하지.
just restart the game from the beginning. And this
나 또
time,
죽어?
suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
아주 그냥 너 멋대로지.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Crazy.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
그래, 회의실로 가자. 문 생겼어.
Wait, what? No, no, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be.
게임이야, 이게?
Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you
뭔가
move the story
잘못됐나 봐.
somewhere or?
문이 4개가 더
Why am I
생겼는데?
asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find
어드벤처.
the
여기로
story.
가고 싶은데 못 가잖아, 여기는. 어디로 갈까? 왼쪽에 문 하나니까 여기 먼저 가봅시다. 여기가 어디야? 미로다.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on.
오른쪽으로
I can promise you,
돌아왔는데?
there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart
다시
the game
시작해야
again?
된다고?
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why
한 번
not?
더 해보자. 이거 엔딩 몇 개야? 왜
All of
이렇게
his
많아?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
그렇게
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
망한
missed
거
a memo.
같으면 리스타트 해야지 뭐. 문이 없어.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
그럼
It's
빠졌군요.
possible the story is back where we just came
아,
from.
15개
Why don't we
넘는다고?
go back the other direction and see if we missed
돌아가?
anything?
그래. 나레이션 그래놓고 월급 받아 먹어도 되냐?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here
The
it
story.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
와, 완전
Is
예쁘다
this the
근데
story?
여기 이렇게.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall,
Promise
but I
you
believe
did.
my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
뭔데? 나레이션이
Stanley?
작가인데.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were
뭐야?
supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know
마이!
you put in a lot of hard work,
Wow.
and it really paid off. So, good job.
이게 뭐야?
Oh
끝.
no, I don't feel
와,
right
일단
about this at
이겼다.
all. We
와우.
both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
당신
Some
승리를
people
얻기
win
위해
fair and
아무것도
square,
하지
and this
않았다는
was
걸
not
알고
one of
있잖아요.
those situations. Okay?
야,
I'm
나
getting
열심히
weirded out by
했잖아.
whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
또 다시
I have to
시작하자고?
restart.
엔딩이 되게 금방 끝나게 여러 개 있나 보네. 가이드라인
I've got
생겼다.
a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've
Adventure.
employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Adventure
Just follow the
line.
line. How simple is that?
그래. 원래 여기였나? 따라서 안 가면 원래 여기 아니지 않아? 아, 여기는 아예 그냥 막혀버렸구나.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
초보자 모드 됐어. 알겠어, 라인 따라가 줄게.
You see? The line
see?
knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
결말을
Stanley,
향해
to
전진.
destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even
목적지
if there's no
부족할 수
story there?
있을까요?
Or to put it another way, is the story of no
이건
destination
어떻게?
still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a
라인이
destination is
점점
inevitably conjured into
미쳐가고
being
있는데?
by the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think
점점
what we need
미쳐가고
right
있어.
now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
깜짝이야. 와, 신난다. 어드벤처 타임. 시끄러워. 음악 줄여. 오케이. 와우. 빠빠라빠빠빠빠빠빠빠. 이게 뭐야?
Cut the music.
아,
Go back and look at that fern.
싫어, 싫어. 오,
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
라인이
No. Line, you do know we're looking for
라인이
the Stanley
미쳤어,
Parable, right?
드디어.
The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through,
제 시작한다 또.
take this anymore to hell
또
with it.
스포일러
Restart.
엔딩이야. 가이드라인이랑 일 같이 안 한다면서 또 있네.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people,
그럼
right?
어디가?
Why can't we make up our own story?
뭔가 신나고
Something
대담하고
exciting, daring,
미스테리한.
mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering
어디?
well, I don't know. How about this direction?
오.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it
너
could be
혹시 나
anything.
좋아하니?
What do you want our story to be? Go
당신의
wild.
상상력을
Use your
이용해.
imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for
오.
it.
돌아가면? 어? 어? 돌아와 버렸다. 다시 가자. 딴. 자동 걷기 주세요. 누가 이거 살게,
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley,
라인이다.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new
라인도
story.
안 되고
No
모니터
lines
실도
or
안 돼요.
monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be
신경
fine.
쓰지 말라고. 근데 너무 강렬하게 자신의 존재감을 내뿜고 있는데? 오! 도망간다. 오!
Ah, a choice. We
choice.
get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
어, 가만히
Okay,
있을래.
so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere
여기로
at the
돌아오는
place where we're trying to
반대의 문.
go,
맞아.
there must be a reverse door that leads
돌아와
here.
또 뭐.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with that
반대 방향의 역방향에 있는 반대쪽 문의 뒤편의 목적지가 되는 거죠.
Let us ask, will taking the
오른쪽
right
문부터
door lead us to
시작해볼지.
where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right
논리가
is the
또-
correct one. Another victory for logic.
맞아, 말이 안 통하는
Come,
사람은
Stanley.
자신의
Our
논리가 항상
destiny
승리하다고 생각하지.
awaits.
왼쪽은 아예 안 열리네. 컨퓨전 엔딩. 혼란?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The
혼란
confusion
엔딩?
ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant
커다란
ending?
엔딩이라고?
And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times?
8번째 시작? 우리 8번 했나?
Really how all this goes? It's all determined?
아, 다 결정돼
So
있나
now,
봐.
according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
First
wall.
restart.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
First restart.
Why don't I
Second
get a say
restart.
in all of this? Is it really? No,
Huh?
it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to
눈
keep
아프니까
restarting.
뒤돌아
I
있을래.
want to forget what's going on.
어디 쪽으로 오든
With a trap like
이쪽인데?
this, I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it.
시작 안
I
한다고?
won't
그럼
do
나
it.
여기서 계속 있어야 돼? 화장실도
Time return. Stopped? Does that mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
타이머가
The
멈췄다.
whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
시작 안 한다 했더니 타이머가 멈췄어.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know,
그냥 기다려야
I suppose
된다고?
in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not
좀
quite
눈
sure
아프니까
if we're in the
뒤돌아 있죠.
destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the
항상
journey
인생은
and not
여정에
the
관한
destination.
것이지
So
결말에
I
관한
hope that's
것은
where we are
아니라고들
right
하잖아요.
now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime.
뭐야
All of his
무서워.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
얘 이
simply
나레이션도 다 까먹었나봐 아까 그거. 문도 다 생겼다.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
뭐지?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so
뭔가 나레이션
personally to Stanley?
바뀌었는데?
Its grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something
스텔리가 이거
deeper,
엄청 좋아했나 보다.
something
사원일기
darker.
딱. 뭐 별거 없나?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. 아니야. 돌아가서 원래대로 돌아가면 어떻게 되지?
And so he detoured through the maintenance
이건 아까
section, walked
해봤으니까.
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
사장실.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
나 여기 맨날 들어갔더니 여기 닫아놨어. 못 들어가게. 맨날 여기 들어가 있었더니 못 들어가게 다 막아놨어. 귀여워라.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
화장실. 화장실 문 열린다고 했는데. 응? 뭘 하는 거야? 뭘 할 수 있는 거야? What a life way, the way to have to pick just one. 난 읽는데 이 위에 건 모르겠다. 뭘? 안 나갈래. 와, 이게 화장실도 완전 예쁘게 해놨다. 부럽다. 아, 이거 크라임이라 써는 건가? 아하. 크라임이라 써는 거구나. 아무 일도 안 일어나. 아닌가? 아무것도 안 바뀌었나? 왜 밝아진 것 같지? 팬더! 둘 다. 응. 뭐야? 노래 나간다. 띵딴딴띵띵띵. 되게 흔들리는데? 엄청 부들부들 떠는데? 엘리베이터 완전 부들부들 떠는데? 화났어 엘리베이터. 에? 문 열어. 어? 아까 거기 있는데? 응? 띵동. 뭐지? 오. 아까 거긴데? 망가뜨려. 안 먹혀 이제요. 안 먹혀. 안 멈춰. 응? 뭐야 이거 무서워. 공포게임 아니라며. 멈춰줘. 잘못했어. 안 멈추는데? 버튼을 막 누르니까 엘리베이터가 고장나죠. 고장나라고 막 눌렀는데. 근데 진짜 고장났어. 어떡해 이거? 고장내니까 무서워. 아 그냥 공포게임은 아니라고? 공포 요소가 있긴 하구나. 무섭다. 근데 이거 어떡해 안 멈춰. 갇혔어 스탠리 갇혔어. 큰일 나는데? 우리 여기 배경으로 토크 방송이나 할까? 토크 방송이나 할까? 안 멈춰. 망했는데? 큰일 났다. 너 가져가 어서와. 루시 엘리베이터에 갇혔어. 우리 토크 방송이나 할까? 이거 배경으로? 오늘 루시 양이는 뭘 하셨나요? 우리 오늘 루시 아무것도 안 했어. 진짜 아무것도 안 했어. 오늘 아침에 비 왔잖아. 그래가지고 나가기 싫어가지고, 물론 원래도 나갈 약속 없었지만 오늘 하루 종일 집에서 누워있었어. 오늘 비 왔는데? 오늘 비가 조금 왔었어 아침에. 우리 지금도 비 오는데? 저녁 되니까 다시 비 오던데? 나갈 약속도 의지도 없는 좋은 양생. 아 부산에서 완전 덥지만 비는 안 와요. 오. 버추얼 세계는 비가 왔습니다. 버추얼 서울은 비가 왔기 때문에 근데 진짜 엘리베이터 엔딩인가봐. 와 너무 버추얼해. 버추얼 엘리베이터에 갇혀버렸어. 버추얼 세계에도 비가 오는구나. 당근이지. 버추얼 세계는 눈도 옵니다. 근데 진짜 갇혀버렸어. 안 멈춰. 껐다 킬까? 버그인가? 껐다 키죠. 창문 쪽 상호작용 없어요? 창문? 지난번에 카에는 버추얼 세카에는 비가 안 온다. 조용히 해. 그거 장난이 너무 심했던 거 아니요? 그런가 봐. 사소리 당하면 되는 게 없는데? 문 열어. 문을 열어. 힘으로 열어. 영원히 갇혀버렸다. 아, 몰라. 껐다 키자. 버그다, 버그. 아무튼 버그다. 기다려보자고. 꺼버렸어. 루시는 참는 거 못해. 루시는 저런 거 참는 거 전혀 못하는 거야. 어쩔 수 없어. 엘리베이터 처음 봤어. 아, 진짜? 아무튼 버그임. 게임 시작. 왜냐면 처음부터인가? 아니겠지? 저도 처음 봤어요. 처음부터 한다. 스킵해. 처음부터 됐다.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
메모. 다시 이거 엔딩 봐야 돼? 귀찮아.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
일단 가죠.
Yes, truly a room worth
저
admiring.
엘리베이터 본 적은
It
있는데
would really be
고장나는 거
worth
못
the
봤다고?
detour
그치?
after all.
고장나서.
Just as eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
엘리베이팅
open
리얼
door on his
히든 엔딩.
left.
그러게 완전 히든 엔딩 됐네. 나 그냥 가버리자.
Stanley was so bad at following directions. It's
아니,
incredible
아까
it wasn't
봤던 건데?
5 years ago.
루시 기계만 만졌다면 고장나는구나?
I'm not your enemy, really. I'm not.
그냥 아까
I
봤던
realize that
건데?
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
끝난 곳 옆길로 떨어져 보라고? 떨어질 수 있네?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
죽은 소리가 너무 소리가 너무 리얼하게 끔찍하고 나버렸어. 아, 오른쪽에 길 있었다가 그래?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes.
정말
this
멋진
room.
방이에요.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
시끄러워. 난 옆길로 가봐야겠어.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible it
아,
wasn't
여기?
5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your
스탠리도
trust in
누군가의
someone else
아들
can be difficult, but the fact is that the
아빠였고
story has been about
가장이었습니다. 됐다.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
알았다.
others? Are
Really?
you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do
아름다운
want
걸
to help
보여주고
you,
싶다고?
to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
기회를
Give me
주세요.
a chance.
오.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
블루도.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
블루도.
I still don't think I'm communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
귀여워. 이거 표시해 놓은 거 봐. 블루도.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map
다 만들지
because you were never
않았지.
supposed to be here in the first place. Broken
개발용
rules,
텍스트.
exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out
그렇군.
specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you
오,
wanted to see.
화냈다.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange,
그냥 알 수 없는
unknowable
욕망을
desires
저에게
of
해명
yours.
전해주세요.
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Skill tree.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely
만족스럽군.
nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
개선안을
There
제시하는.
we
오,
go. A third option. This
두 번째
already
선택지.
feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead,
오,
Stanley.
개발용 텍스처다.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the
your
game benefited
experience.
from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking
뭐야?
for some real critical feedback here.
1.
A 1? I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved
땀
to
붙인
more
거 봐.
fully express itself mechanically and artistically.
별점
but
1점.
1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place
제가
to
선택할
judge.
수 있는 게 너무 한정적이에요.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new
말로
version.
홈런을 친 느낌이. 한번
Candid.
보세요.
I think I've knocked it out of
어디?
the park with this one. Let's take a look.
제 걸로. Stanley Parable. 네? 월드와이드 레코드보드. 21.3%가 스킵했대, 인트로를. 응? This is you. 427번. 안 들을래.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
1점.
Again, honest answers, please.
1점 못 눌러.
Hey, I
됐다.
nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to
게임
give it some
시스템을,
playtesting. You
시스템을
wouldn't mind taking a look at it,
보시겠어요?
would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
화났다.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the
야,
fire,
이거 너무
you
잔인한
fail.
게임인데?
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
자기야.
But of course, the
너무
message of the
귀여워.
game only becomes clear once you've
내
been
시간은
playing it for
계속해서
about 4
플레이해야
hours. So
명확해지지.
why don't you give it
내
4
시간-
hours of play to
내가
make sure it's
고문하고
effective.
싶어서 안달이
Be
나
sure to keep
있군.
notes on your experience.
무서워. 너무 무서워. 어떡해, 이거 해야 돼? 근데 이거 너무 잔인한데? 4시간 동안 진짜 해야 돼? 진짜 4시간 동안 해야 돼? 어떻게 안 볼래, 그러면?
You heartless bastard. Did
내가
you do
한-
it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's
끔찍하다고 하니
game?
다른
Just to
사람의
ease the
게임을
pain.
해보는 게 어떨까요? 맞아, 너 게임 끔찍해.
Yes, this seems like it'll work.
뭐?
Let's give it a shot.
또 뭔가 또 이상한 게임 가져오려고 그래. 루시가 지금.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing
최고의
to do
게임
with. Is it
추천합니다.
enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for
최고의
you.
게임
From now on, I
추천합니다.
will only create to
마인크래프트.
fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to
집을
build
만들
a
거예요.
house.
뭔가 하고 있어.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this.
진짜 못 만들어.
Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art
너
and
마크
feel ashamed
초보구나?
at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience.
안에 들어가서
Please,
편하게
step
보세요.
inside and make
싫어.
yourself comfortable.
너무 구려요, 집이. 너무 구려요. 마크 공부 좀 하셔야겠습니다. 문 못 닫나? 문 못 닫네. 루시가 알려주자고? 근데 루시 지금 권한이 없나봐. 아무것도 못해. 너 진짜 못하는구나? 아유.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect?
이걸 사실
It could only be better
다이아몬드로 만들어야 해요.
That's it. We must rebuild it
제가?
out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
어디로 가야 돼? 아, 여기 문 뚫어줬구나. 와, 최고의 게임. 너도 아는구나?
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. You brought a light?
등불은 챙겼나요? 등불이 어딨어? 너가 줘야지. 이거 캐, 친구야. 이거 캐. 너 마크 초보지? 어두워진다.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear.
전형적인 거.
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
오, 천중에 있죠. 다이아몬드조차도 이걸 살릴 수
Okay,
없을
new
거야.
game.
에? 뭐야? 뭐지, 신난, 포탈이다.
Yes, I don't even know what this game
포탄이다.
is, but I love it. You trapped in a glass box with no way
유리상자.
out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay,
깨진다.
I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
우리 부금 들으면서 갑시다.
It's a
하트.
puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
아, 포탈 아시는구나. 포탈 알긴 하는데 해보진 않았어. 천재군요. 맞아, 루시 천재야.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
그래, 나
I really don't
포탈 더
care
할래.
if you stumble
재밌는데.
through more of these games, and I
나 더
highly doubt you're
할래.
any wiser for the experience. Which is why,
당신이
rather
이런
than continue to
경험들을
waste my
감당할
time,
만큼
I'm just going to leave
똑똑하지도
you here. You can pretend
일문이고요.
you've beaten the game if
너무해.
it makes it any richer for you, but as for me,
아,
I've had
스탠리
enough.
페러블이라. 아닌가? 이번엔 꾸지가 안 나네. 에? 이게 왜? 폭격 맞았는데? 무슨 폭탄 터졌나봐. 마인크래프트 TNT다. 마인크래프트 TNT다. 무서워. 블러드. 건설 현장이 돼버렸는데 갑자기? 뭐야? 무서워. 뭐야? 어디에 가야 돼? 이게 안 열리고. 깜깜해, 무서워. 와, 빛난다. 어? 내 자리다. 427번. 뭐야? 뭐야? 뭐 해야 돼?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
아주 금방.
Very soon. I can wait.
기다려야 돼? 로딩 됐다.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
루시 양이 낭레이션 해주세요. 너무 빨라서 근데 나레이션님. 이제 엔딩 6개 봤다고? 너무 많은데?
Not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might. Stanley stepped into the broom closet.
완전 처음부터 시작했어. 아까 껐다 켜가지고 초기화 됐나봐.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
아까 열렸는데 안 열려 여기.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible. He didn't
나레이터가 대사를 할 단 1분조차도 허용하지 않았습니다.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
오케이. 차분하군.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the
문 닫혔어.
passageway.
아까 그 무서운 곳 다시 간다. 초기화돼서 어떡하지? 너무 되겠지 뭐 어떡해.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
약간 기묘한 느낌을
It was a stirring
받았습니다.
of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself. to
직업의
question
본질에 대해
each other's
질문하게
job. Why
됩니다.
did he feel this now, when for years
아,
it
그
had
마인드
never
컨트롤
occurred to him?
가는
This
거기였구나.
question would not go unanswered for long.
가자.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
이스케이프.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was
잔인한
that at the
죽음을
end of this
맞이할
hall,
곳이라는 겁니다.
Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
객과의 자신의 죽음을 맞이할 확고한 발걸음으로 앞을 향해 내딛고 있었습니다. 진짜 죽은 거야? 아까 받았던 동그란 구덩이 아님? 뭐야?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life
찌부된다.
had no consequence
찌부된다.
whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss.
점프해줘. 저기 넘어가.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent
안녕히 가세요, 스탠리.
shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
안녕히 가세요, 스탠리.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
그는 즉사했습니다. 에? The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
뭐요?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in
지금도
advance,
삶도 의미가 없을
death
텐데.
becomes meaningless, making
미니어처다.
life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already
Nature
dead from the
painting.
moment he hit start?
네이처 페인팅. 1번. 더 피스. 뭐야? 크레딧. 엔딩인가 봐. 진엔딩? 크레딧입니다, 일단. 더 피스. 뭐야? 박물관 엔딩이라고? 와, 근데 완전 깔끔하게 해놨다. 뭐야? 더 라이트. 응? 완료? 아, 이게 진엔딩이라고 정해진 엔딩은 없는데 이게 진엔딩일지도 모른다고. 그 무서운 거다. 이거 못 본 거 같은데? 편안히 관람을 하시오. 오, 알겠습니다. 뭔지는 아직 잘 모르겠어. 응? 탈출. 여기는 뭐야? 와, 되게 넓은데? 엄청 넓어. 나레이션, 아틱. 지금 좀 들리지 않았어 뭔가? 나레이션 목소리? 나갈 수 있는 곳으로 나가보자. 잠깐만. 427 내 자리다. 내 자리다. 전시되고 있어. 스탠리스 오피스. 에?
Oh, look at these
Stanley
two.
Parable.
How they wish to destroy one another.
나랑
How they wish to
나레이션 말하는
control
건가?
one another. How they both wish to be free.
Free.
Can you see? Can you see
Can
how
you
much
see?
they need one another? No, perhaps not.
근데
Sometimes
나랑
these things
나레이션?
cannot be seen.
나랑 나레이션에 대한 건가? 서로를
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape
program을-
and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
깨 방법이
As long as you
없습니다.
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
박물관은 뭐고 나 지금 죽은 건 또 뭐야? 못 깨진 거야 이게? 뭐지? 에? 화면이 안 바뀌어. 렉 걸린 건가? 아닌가? 뭐지? 이제 나가면 된다고. 헐. 내가 죽어서 다시 시작 못하는 거라고? 저건 아예 죽은 거야, 진짜? 처음부터야.
All of his co-workers were gone.
다
What could it
처음부터다.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
뭐야? 저 end is never. end is never? end is never? 이거 원래 있었나? 저 end is never.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
근데
a
몇
wave
개
of
봤,
disbelief,
10개? 10개
Stanley
봤나?
decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
버시 오피스. 여기 안 열리나 아직도? 열린다. 응? 뭐지?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Blah,
Oh,
blah, blah, blah.
surprise.
진짜 그치? 막 알고 있다고 대충 말해. 너 그래놓고 월급 받고 싶냐?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
정신집에.
read Mind Control Facility.
이스케이프는 죽잖아. 엔딩 22개야?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
잠깐만.
televisions.
내가 아까 에스케이프로
What
가서
horrible
그렇게
secret
됐었나?
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have
한번
the
다시
strength
가봐요.
to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals
알고
reduced to
있으니까 빨리,
images
빨리.
on screen, and Stanley, one of
빨리,
them,
빨리.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
잠깐.
This mind control facility,
Mind
it was too
control.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had
내
Stanley
방
been under
어딨지?
someone's
내 방
control
어딨지?
all this time?
247번,
Was this the only
247.
reason he was happy with his
저기
boring
아래
job?
있다.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
내가 왜 서랍장 보고 있냐?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable, wasn't it?
이렇게
Was
보니까
it
되게
even
내려가는
possible?
것 같다,
Had
그치?
he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was
이거는
the proof,
뭘까?
the heart of the operation. Controls
저
labeled
5번,
with
4번
emotions,
그런 건
happy or
뭐지?
sad or
1, 2,
content.
3번로
Walking,
찾아서
eating,
순서대로
working,
눌러볼까?
all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
있나?
And as
1, 2,
the cold
3번도
reality of his
있으려나?
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again
여기
exert
있다.
its terrible power over another
1번.
human life. For he
2번.
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
3번 어딨지? 3번. 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 사번 그냥 5번까지만 눌러보고 저거 눌러보자. 되게 눌러보고 싶은 전원 버튼이 있었어. 5번. 아무 일도 아니었던 거임. 아무것도 아니었던 거임. 마인드 커터. 이거 못 끄네. 오프라인. 속았다. 되게 뭔가 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 있는 것처럼 해놓고. 여기서 오프 눌렀으니까 온으로 해보자.
And when at last he found the source of the room's...
온.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
당신 방금 막
After
그
they kept you
조정들
enslaved all
작동시킨
these
거
years, you
아니겠죠?
go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
로딩 마인드 컨트롤
Stanley,
시스템.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to
이해가 할 수
understand,
있는 곳은
there's only
한계가
so
있어요.
much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example,
당신은 이게
and I believe
적절하단
you'll
걸
find
알
this
거랍니다.
pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized
순간
he
그가
had just
통신망의
initiated the
긴급 자포
network's
장치를
emergency
작동시켰다는 것을
detonation system.
깨달았습니다.
In the event that this
기화가
machine
제대로 된
was
DNA
activated without
실병증 없이
proper
작동되었을
DNA
경우 핵
identification,
기폭 장치가
nuclear
폭발하여 모든 신선을 제거하게 되어 있습니다.
detonating the entire complex.
도망쳐.
Long until detonation then?
2번?
Let's say 2 minutes. This is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
이제 그 1, 2, 3, 4 하면 되나?
Heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind.
1, 2, 3, 4
What a
하면 되나
shame we
이제?
have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know
뭐야,
where
어떡해?
to start. What's that? You'd like to know
당신의
where your
동료들이
co-workers
어디로
are?
갔는지 알고 싶다고요?
A moment
맞아.
of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what
내일
happened.
무슨 일이 하는지
I
알려주고.
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
삭제했대.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons
얘가
endlessly
이
and then
나레이션이
dying
뭔가
alone.
뭐 하는데요?
Other times,
아니,
I let the
아무것도
office
아니.
sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
나레이션이 뭔가
This
하나
version
봐.
of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything,
다시 온
and take
누르면?
back the control
안
wrested
눌리네?
away from you, it's quite rich. I
꾹꾹.
almost hate to see it go.
이거 리사이클인가 봐.
Whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My
사이콘가 봐,
goodness, only
얘가.
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed
아,
to be doing
1분이구나.
right
1분
now?
1시간이
Or did
아니라.
you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean,
뭐 친절한데?
running from button to
친절한
button,
서핑인데?
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing
아,
in this
그
room.
오프라인 있지 않나?
Numbered
그
buttons.
아까 오프라인 버튼
These
어딨어?
colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you say
3번,
that, Stanley?
3번.
That this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold?
Ah!
Do you
뭐야?
have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
뭔데?
This is not a
빨간색?
challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the
뭐야,
clock.
뭐야.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30
뭔데,
seconds.
뭔데, 뭔데?
And then nothing. No ending.
뭔데?
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
부당탕 전원 꺼버려.
It's all the same to me.
아,
Joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
터졌다. 터졌다. 끝났나? 나레이션 사이코야. 처음엔 좀 귀여웠는데 완전 사이코였어.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
원래 그런 엔딩이야? 그래? 문 닫혀있는데? 아니구나. 여기부터구나.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
왼쪽. 그 이스케이프 한 번 더 가볼까? 아니야, 내 엔딩 뭐 남았지?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and
일단
got
내려.
on track.
아, 잠깐, 여기 재미없는 그거다. 그냥 여기 아니라고 스포일러 엔딩이었나, 여기?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
아닌가?
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get
아.
back, he needed to go,
능력하는 부분이다. 문 열어. 여기 아닌 거 다 알아.
from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
가까이 있으니까 오른쪽으로 하네.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly...
자,
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
문 열어.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep.
지도 본다.
Okay, yes. I've got it now.
Definitely.
This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
이 버튼은 아무것도 아니네. 아, 스포일러 엔딩이다.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all
스탠리는
a
이미 한
spoiler.
5번인가
Look,
3번
Stanley,
정도
close your eyes.
죽었다고 했다고요.
Okay. We just have to
5번이나 3번 정도
Who
죽었는데.
am I kidding?
너가 어서와 이제 곧
Now,
끝나지 마.
the whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this
Time?
nonsense, we'll just restart the
시합
game from the
보면서?
beginning.
아니야,
And
합품
this
안
time,
했어.
suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
From the top. 이 소리 엔딩 남은 거 뭐 있지?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
What could it
decided to go to
mean?
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
엔딩 하나만 더 보고 방정합시다. 문 여러 개 생긴 그거 엔딩이다.
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
그걸 맞게 가면
Or did
어떻게 되지?
something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
맞아, 나레이션 쓴
Right
애가
here just a minute ago.
이거 이야기 망가지는 처음이다.
Okay then, it's an adventure.
어드벤처.
Come Stanley, let's find the story.
그 박물관에 걸려있던 그림들인가? 여긴 어디로 가도 똑같이 나왔나봐. 응? 이거 그 빙글빙글 돌다 재시작하는 그건가?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? I
맞아.
find it unlikely that we'll ever
끈기
progress
있게
by
해봐야지,
starting over and over
친구.
again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why
그래,
not?
재시작 한번 더 하자. 아까 앱에 고장나가지고.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
아이고.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
메모. 문 이만 닫았다.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we
돌아가는
just
거야.
came from. Why don't we go back the other direction?
마스터다,
and see if we
마스터.
missed
스탠리
anything?
패러블 마스터 했다. 그러니까 엔딩 다 보면은 플레이 타임 몇 시간 정도 나와? 그 얘기 게임하는 그것 때문에 4시간 넘게 나오려나?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No,
메모
wait,
찾는
never
엔딩
mind.
같은
Not
건
the story.
없어요?
Okay,
메모는
let's
그냥
head back the
없어.
other way and retrace our steps. Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this
이겼어요
place at all.
엔딩이라.
Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely
이건
forgotten
어때요?
what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
위너 엔딩 그냥 여기까지만 보고 끌까요?
I don't feel right about this
볼만한
at
건
all.
거의 다 본
We
것
both
같아.
know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
볼만한 거 다 본 것 같은데? 뭔가 꼭 봐야
Getting
된다
weirded out
같은
by whatever
엔딩이
this
있어?
place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
리스타트. 가이드라인이라.
Alright, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
전화기 관련. 전화기 어디서 하더라? 까먹었어.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though,
저
here's a
데스티니?
thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story
그래?
there? Or to put
아까
it another
전화기
way,
받긴
is
했는데
the story
깜짝
of no
놀라서.
destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit
이
weird. back
나레이션이
there.
뭔가 정신
Well, I'd like
상태가
to
이상해져가지고
Sure where I was going with all
라인이
that.
망가졌나
You know
봐.
what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to
신나는
lighten the
음악.
mood.
뜬뜨뜨뜨뜨. 이거 나레이션이 부르는 거 아니야? 나레이션 목소리 같은데?
Cut the music. Go back
the
and look at
music.
that fern.
양치식물. 이거?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make
정말?
sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
그냥 흔한 식물이잖아. 우리 집 베란다에도 있는 것 같은데? 뭐지?
Wait, what? We're back
돌아왔다.
at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing
아,
a bell?
스포일러로. 엄마가 저런 걸 키워? 응, 아빠가. 돌아왔다.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the
내가
story on
수로
our
이야기를
own.
찾는 게 나았을지도 모르겠네요. 응? 모르겠어. 응? 이게 끝인가 보네.
Oh, no.
No,
Not
no.
again, Line. How could you have done this to us? After we trusted you. After everything we've been through, you...
여신아
I can't
먹으라지.
take this anymore. To hell with it.
시작.
Restart.
뭔가 새로운 엔딩 하나만 더 보고 끝내려고 그랬는데 새 엔딩이 안 나와.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
알겠어.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
This direction.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you
그
want our
전화방이
story to
어떻게
be?
가는지 깜빡했.
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
ready for it.
Oh, no, not you
라인
again.
뛰쳐나왔다 다시.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
아, 추락 쌓는 거? 이게 그럼 이거만.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I
아니,
believe I need a
빙글빙글
minute to
돌라고?
think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
미래를 알고 있지롱.
Okay,
그리고
so I
이거는
know
그
that
완전
each
무서운
door has to
엔딩이지롱.
lead somewhere, which means that somewhere.
그러면 그것만 다시 보자. 스킵.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
엄마가 그 추락 쌓는 거는 왼쪽.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open
가서?
doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the but eager to get
저기서
back to business,
타워는
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
이거
it's
타고
incredible
옆으로
he
빠져야
wasn't
되나?
5
아니면
years
타고 가야
ago.
되나? 응? 타고 가나?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
아닌가?
I'm not your enemy.
옆으로 빠져야 되나?
I realize that investing your trust in
타고
someone
가야 돼?
else can
오케이.
be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
좋아, 알겠어, 나레이션.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
아, 맞아. 그래서 그냥 못쓰기 하지 참.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for her.
뭘 하가해.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work
이 방이다.
aside. To let her
안
back
받으면
into your
되려나?
life. She's been waiting. That's her,
코드 뽑아.
Stanley. You...
뽑았다.
No, you can't. Did you just
진짜
unplug the
뽑았어.
phone? No, that
진짜
wasn't supposed to be a
뽑혔어.
choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music
시작하면
comes in,
밴딩.
fade to white, roll
크레딧
credits.
나오고.
Not picking up the phone is
거짓말.
actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean
거짓말.
anything.
나 아까
I don't
거기서
understand.
무서운 거
Why
봤거든?
else are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I
뭐가?
can't believe it.
뭘 봤다는
How had I
거지?
not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're
나
a real
스텔링가
person.
아니라고? 아,
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
난
This is why you've
진짜
been able to make
사람이래.
correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
잘못된 선택을
It's as though you
계속한다면
completely
이걸
ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the
들켰다.
situation? Well, I won't have that
흘리려고
kind of risk on my
들켰다.
watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making.
기억용
in the
비디오를
real
시청해
world.
주세요.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example,
스킵해.
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a
자막도
choice. He
없는데요.
could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished
자막도
third world nations.
없는데.
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
대충
Which
열심히
choice would you
선택하라는
make?
뜻.
Remember that unlike here, the real
대충
world makes
열심히
sense. And at
살라는
no
뜻.
time should you make a choice that does not conform
이더하기
to rational
4는
logic.
6을
If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow
그렇군.
the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
그렇군.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it
Mhm.
4:30? I'm supposed to be
알겠습니다.
having a back sack and crack."
practice. 오케이, 완벽 이해했습니다.
Excellent.
어,
Making choices on a
잘
regular
나온다.
basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
정기적인 선택은
Most
건강한
medical
결정과 진보를
professionals
위한
recommend making at
지름길입니다.
least 8 choices per day.
적어도 하루에
Do you
8번
make
이상의
more than
선택을
8?
하라고 합니다.
Less?
당신은
And
8번보다
finally,
많이
if
하나요?
you begin
아니면
to
더
wonder if your
적은가요?
choices are actually
그리고
meaningful
마침내 당신의
and whether
선택이
you'll ever
의미
make
있게
a
되는지
significant
당신의 세계에
contribution to
중요한
the world,
기여했는지
just remember
궁금해진다면
that in the
우주의
vast
무한한
infiniteness
속에서
of
당신의
space,
생각과
your
문제는
thoughts and
실질적으로
problems are
부족한 없음을
materially
기억하세요.
insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise
강사가
to
훈련을
test and
들을
reinforce the material covered in this video.
다시 시작.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry.
danger,
Now that
everybody
you're
will.
properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
안 가면 어떻게 되는데? 가야 되나 보네, 이번에도. 돌아간다.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
그렇군.
Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
문 열어줘. 집으로 보내줘야 되겠대, 나를. 와, 퇴근이다. 퇴근한다, 퇴근.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have
진짜
resolution
세계의
once again,
집으로
and
돌아갈
you'll be
거예요.
home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means
Stanley?
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
그냥 제
I'm quite
말대로
sure you'll be
하세요.
up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When
쉽지 말라.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
라이트.
No! Why did you do that?
망가졌어.
Hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
오, 이게 완전 망가졌어. 진짜 여기서 살래요. 여기선 뭐 있어? 가야 되나 보네? 여기 있으면 안 돼? 그래, 알겠어.
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story,
망했대.
you've
빨간
destroyed my
문이다.
work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage?
깔피.
It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do?
그럴
Even
만한
if there were a
가치가
way to
있을까?
continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that
나리성
knowledge. I'll have
화났다.
to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down
직구이들
entirely?
모든
To
작업들을
willingly destroy all of my
파괴하면서
work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game
맞아, 이
down.
게임을
I have
종료해야 해요.
to. I
출발.
have to. I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the
뭐야?
only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
저 왼쪽 문으로 갔다면 볼
If
수
you'd just
있었을
gone through the
텐데.
door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
루시는
I
근데
worked
진짜
so
어린
hard
걸?
on it. I
루시
tried
아직
so hard.
16살밖에 안 됐어.
Is behave exactly as Stanley would.
그대로
That
행해야
means
하는
choosing
거예요.
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite
멀쩡해졌네.
sure you'll
너
be up to the
망가졌다는 거
task. Just follow
거짓말이지?
my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
나이트.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
강제로
I'm quite
꺼.
sure you'll be up to
강제로
the
꺼, 막.
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
이제 왼쪽으로 가면은 그냥 꺼버리나 봐.
That means choosing
아니,
responsibly
오른쪽으로
and always
가면은.
putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be
어,
up to the
알겠어.
task.
왼쪽으로
Just
한번
follow my
가자.
lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
한 번 가줄게.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
문도 잠겨있어. 여기도
Coming
못
to a
내려가긴
staircase,
했어.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
여기도 원래 화장실이 있었는데 그냥 문으로 바뀌었다. 여기도 못 열어. 초록색 됐어.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Code. 나이트샤크 114. 뭔데 문 열어. 뭔데? 뭐야? 게임 꺼졌는데? 뭐야? 튕긴 거야? 게임 꺼졌어. 튕긴 거 같은데 이거는? 엥? 뭐야? 다시 가.
All of his co-workers were gone.
뭐야, 뭔가 중요한 거 못 본 거 같아서
Stanley
기분이
decided to go
나빠요.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
중요한 거 못 본 거 같아서 기분이 나빠요.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
그치, 이거는 그냥 끊긴 거지. 뭔가 더 있었던 거
Truly a
같은데.
room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
빨리.
Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
너가 거짓말해서 만들어낸 그 대마린
Your chance to
마네킹.
redeem yourself, to put your work aside,
너나
to
와이프로
let her
가져라.
back into your life. She's been waiting.
뽑아.
That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that
드라이어
wasn't
코드
supposed to be a
뽑았어.
choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
더블 킬.
No,
아니야,
it's
확인해.
definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment.
이거 완전
where he finds his
새빨간
wife, and
거짓말.
the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
이런 결정들은 아무 의미도 없어요.
None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything.
하지만 내가 엔딩을 볼 수 있다는 걸 의미가 있지.
Meaningful choices. What did you? Wait a second. Did I just see?
맞아, 난 플레이어다.
No,
빨리
that's not
문을
possible.
열어라.
I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you've made any more wrong
아무 말 안
choices,
하는
you might
거야?
have negated it entirely. It's
근데
as though
내가
you
진짜
completely
마이크로 막
ignored even the
나이트
most
샤크
basic
월마
safety
포했다고
protocols of
열었을
real-world
리는 없잖아.
decision-making. Or did you
아니,
not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that
내가
kind of risk
진짜
on my
마이크에
watch.
들고서
I'm
나이트
going to stop
샤크
the game for
월마
a moment
포했다고
so I can educate
망가졌을까?
you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
아, 이 교육용 비디오 또 시청해야 되잖아.
It's the best part of being a real person.
왜 재미없다.
Most dangerous. For example, in this, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life.
꺼. 우리는 신나는 음악이나 듣고 있읍시다. 신난다. 이런 재미없는 자막도 없는 노래 따위, 자막도 없는 영상 따위 보지 않겠어요. 내가 한국 사람인 건 어떻게 모르는 거야. 내가 사람인 건 알면서. 배려가 없구만. 배려가 없어. 이대로 루바인 건가요? 아니야. 아니야, 근데 엔딩은 봐야지. 요 엔딩만 보고 또 중간에 튕기면은 그냥 그런가 보다 하고 끄지 뭐. 아, 덥다. 그렇게 우주의 무한하우 속에서 당신을 뒤돌아보세요. 됐다. 옵션. 오케이.
Welcome back.
웰컴
I
백.
noticed that this
뭐냐?
game has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.
루시는
and see what the correct thing
기다리는
to
거
do would
절대
have been.
못한단
This
말이야.
way, please.
가자. 돌아가자.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform.
맞아, 근데 이 게임 점프가 없다?
Imagine the
점프가
main character
없다니.
dying
말도 안 돼.
senselessly halfway through the story. That story
점프가
would be
있어야
a story. We
갓겜이라고요.
just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
가자. 돌아가자. 트레킹도 안 돼.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left. Back to the correct ending. The story will have
아니야,
resolution
난
once
진짜
again,
세계의
and
집으로
you'll be
돌아갈
home
거야.
free in the
그러니까
real
빨리
world.
엔딩이라도 보여줘.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly
오케이,
as Stanley did.
알겠어.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just
이거
follow
그냥
my
따라가면
lead and
어떻게
you'll be
돼?
fine.
한 번 이쪽으로 가줘야.
When Stanley
망치는
came to a set
건가?
of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
아닌가? 그냥 한번 가보자. 안 망쳐져 있네?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
베일
answer
똑같나
there.
보네. 이게
Coming
다
to the
막혀
staircase,
있네.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
화장실 똑같다. 돌아왔다.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again
야, 나이트 샤크 114.
of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley
Night
wondered in
Shack 114.
disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the
파이브였네.
answers to his questions. And the old
푸가 아니었네. 그래서 화났나봐.
He had seen it on his
그래서
boss's
화났나
computer
봐.
just last week. Night Shark 115.
나이트
Was this the
샤크
code to open the door?
115.
Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but
Okay.
now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
내가 코드를 말할 수 있을 리가 없잖아. 빨리 뭔가 해봐, 나레이션. 뭔가 해봐. 튕겨! 계속 튕겨. 나레이션이 킁킁 하면 튕겨. 뭔가 안 되나봐. 뭔가 안 봤나봐, 컴퓨터랑. 어쩔 수 없이 루바 해야겠습니다. 왜지? 저거 원래 어떻게 돼, 저거 되면은? 루시안 게임을 고장내서 아까 엘리베이터도 고장내더니 게임도 고장내버렸다. 더 엔드 보고 싶었는데 더 엔드 보고 싶었는데 루시아 넌 괴롭혀서 헷갈렸나봐. 뭘 루바 하지 뭐. 나중에 루시가 혼자 해보거나 영상 찾아서 보겠습니다. 아, 음성인식하고 나레이션이 화내면서 엔딩 봐? 그냥 더 엔드하고서 끝났나 보네. 오케이, 루바 합시다. 오늘 수고했어. 내일 일 나가는데. 아, 스탠리가 문 2개 중에 고르는 장면을 멀리서 보면서 크레딧 올라간다고. 그냥 그런 스탠리가 나레이션이 되는 거야? 모르겠네. 일단 고생했어. 오늘도. 오늘 내일 일 나가야거나 뭐 일 있을 텐데 평일 중에 밤늦게까지 봐줘서 고마워. 루바 해, 루바. 빠이빠이. 수고했어. 빠이빠이. 어떡하래. 어떡하래, 정말. 바이바이. 잘자. 알겠으미. 바이바이. 수고했어. 안녕.